So if you want to hear any lore whatsoever, I usually ask some sort of a question, and the first person to get it right or just pick something that tickles my fancy gets to pick lore for the week. This week's lore is on Sarah Weintraub from Fallout New Vegas. The manager and sole permanent resident of Vault 21, Sarah Weintraub. She grew up in 21 with her brother, Michelangelo, who owns the shop directly across the street from her, down the street from her, actually, who makes all the signs for New Vegas. They grew up together in Vault 21, and because of them growing up in this vault, they both developed severe agoraphobia. House now owns Vault 21, and the way House comes to own said vault is because Vault 21's entire shtick is that every single argument, every single conflict can be settled with gambling, which is super neat. It's right there in Vegas. I believe I didn't do too much research into 21 for this because it's more on Sarah and not on the vault, is that everyone in there was a gambling addict, if I remember correctly. So House goes there, challenges them to a game, and then cheats and wins. He wanted to seal off the vault with concrete and just have it out of the way, but Sarah convinces him to keep just the top level. So the top level of the vault then becomes a gift shop, and then it's a hotel underneath, and there is slot machines. Now, you can't access them in-game, but for my collector's edition, I do have, please work, a Vault 21 $1 poker chip. Haha, plastic dust collectors, baby. Bow. So now she has control of the vault. She's in charge. She sells some wares, a big thing, and I'm going to get into in a bit because there is some stuff I wanted to read off the wiki. I ran out of paper. This is a shorter lore, but this book, I don't know if I've ever showed this, and this is kind of a tangent. I write on the book, this is going to be green screened out. I write on the book what episodes it is. So episode 185 to 210 is all the lore in here. I have every episode's lore on a book in my drawer by my nightstand. Maybe one day I'll show those off. Anyway, she sells the vault suits, and the vault suits become something that people are actually looking for. They're very collectible. People say like, oh, how quaint. We could have lived in a vault. Let's buy this. Through her dealings with House and trying to get this agreement, he allows Michelangelo to stay in the warehouse next door. Like I said, he makes all of the signs for New Vegas. And they speak through email, which isn't something that isn't brought up in the Fallout universe. I'm assuming it's like LAN emails where it's just they're connected and they can message back and forth, but they're so agoraphobic, they will not cross the street to see each other. Like I said, I ran out of paper. Let me just bring up the wiki. I get all of my lore off of fallout.fandom.com. As the vault suits are extremely popular items for the gift shop, Sarah will always be on the lookout for extra stock. You can go there and do an unmarked quest called Suits You, Sarah, which you can be paid for some suits. You could bring any vault suit to her. Like I said, it's unmarked. It's one of those that like I don't think I've ever technically done because I never wanted to give up my suits, because half of the fun for me for going in the vault was like, this is my reward for going through the vault, even if it's not a hostile vault. Now, you can use the Lady Killer perk to sleep with her as part of the deal, which is funny, but you know, I wouldn't do that because it kind of seems gross. You can rent from her the bed, and it becomes a player home, which is cool, but I wish Vegas was all one strip and it's not. Honestly, I'd probably use it if it was. If you kill House, you can tell her, or if House dies, you can tell her, and she'll be like, oh, yay, I guess I own the vault now. So the quest Suits You, Sarah. Sell her one vault jumpsuit at a time, gaining Vegas fame and 30 caps for each. Eventually, her greeting will change to, if it isn't the Vault Explorer, to finally, hey, I've missed you, after bringing 30 jumpsuits, or equivalent an option to meet Sarah and rest together will become available. Companions must be instructed to wait elsewhere. Wow, that's funny. There's another one called the Tourist Trap, where it's just get a tour of Vault 21. That's cool. During the I Could Make You Care quest, While you're looking for Euclid's Sea Finder, Sarah tells the player character, you, that a man with a strange metal collar already purchased it. In the notes here, if the player character assaults her in any way, she'll become angry and say she doesn't have to take this shit anymore. There's a picture of James and Catherine, the protagonist from Fallout 3's parents, on the wall near her bedside dresser. If you have negative or mixed karma, she will not rent you a room with the strip. After having sex with her, she will stay asleep in bed with her Vault 21 jumpsuit equipped and will only re-equip it after she wakes up. This means the player character can pickpocket her. They can take the Vault 21 jumpsuit and she will remain in her underwear indefinitely. Wow, this leaves the options to dress her however one pleases, as she will equip any clothing in her inventory. Sarah is essential to the classic inspiration quest. Her death will make it impossible to complete that quest line due to her brother becoming despondent at her demise. That's pretty much it. She's got herself a 4 of diamonds in the New Vegas Collector's Edition. That's Sarah Weintraub, and that, my friends, is lore.